have the pleasure of having with me again on Sports this morning, Tonte and Telema Davis. Let me welcome you guys this morning to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me quickly ask you how you're feeling. Crucial weekend for Nigeria. The team would square up against Ethiopia, and a lot has been said, really, and you guys have already said a lot as well, but I don't know. Is there anything to be afraid of? Let me start with you.
Well, we just have to go into this game being cautious and prepared mentally, because we know that definitely the Ethiopians actually can come out throwing everything they actually have at Nigeria. Notwithstanding, Nigeria just needs, in spite of the pressure as being for being reigning champions of Africa, Nigeria just needs to go into this game cautiously, but then again, as in not minding the pressure that will be coming at them.
Okay, all right. Let's leave football for a while, and you know, let me go to Tonte now. Let's talk about Formula One. Sebastian Vettel. What can you say about him? A lot of people, including fellow drivers, are saying it's becoming pretty predictable.
Oh, they would say that because they're not winning and they're losing out in terms of competition. Now, if they want the tournament or Formula One, as the case is, to become more interesting according to them or from their own perspective, then they have to take their game a little a notch further and win a race, win a rally. So it's not just about sitting back and somebody now goes ahead of you and you now say he's winning and it becomes predictable. Okay. What are you doing to ensure that?
Challenge him, give him a fight.
Exactly.
Tell him, we've heard comments coming from Lewis Hamilton. He has tried to retract some of the things he said, but he's comparing the Sebastian Vettel era. He's already comparing it to Michael Schumacher. He says, look, I don't watch Formula One those days because I know who's going to win. And it's becoming, I don't know if you agree, because this weekend, they're going to be in Japan. If he wins again, I think that's going to be 4th time in a row, or fifth.
I think it's actually more or less a fallout from what happened earlier in the year in Malaysia, yeah. Particularly where Sebastian Vettel refused to allow Jenson Button to actually go ahead of him, and that actually has set in motion certain negative dimensions around Vettel's performance and around his participation in Formula One. Notwithstanding, Lewis Hamilton's statement sounds a lot much more, like Tonte rightly said, like a loser. He needs to actually go out there and put in your performance. Be a game changer. Don't just sit back and actually just be a watcher.
Okay, all right. Let's leave the guys in the studio. I've given it to you, so the complaints should stop. The guys should just go to the racetracks, do their job, and if they do their job, maybe Vettel won't be winning. Okay, let's talk boxing now. Tomorrow, Timothy Bradley, Juan Manuel Marquez. I mean, Timothy Bradley has been saying a lot of things. He said, look, you need to put me in the Boxing Hall of Fame. I've done a lot. I've beat this one. I've beat that one. Now I'm going to step to the ring against somebody who beat Manny Pacquiao. So if I beat Juan Manuel Marquez, my name should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I don't know. Tonte, I don't know if you agree.
Let's borrow a leaf from English Premier League. Jose Mourinho said a couple of things about Ronaldo, about the real Ronaldo, and Ronaldo in his response said, "I don't do my talking off the field. I do my talking on the pitch and with my legs." So as a result of that, Timothy Bradley should focus on his boxing. Yes, they all make a lot of mouths. They all make a lot of boastings and bragging. It's typical of boxers. However, he shouldn't get it over his head and think that Juan Manuel Marquez will go down just easily like that without spoiling for a fight. Okay, and
well, let's talk about another person involved in all of this. That's the big fight. Floyd Mayweather, we already know about him. Manny Pacquiao also in November will take on Brandon Rios, and but this is the man I want you guys to talk about. I don't know if he has a death wish. But I don't know. He says, give me $100 million. I'll step to the rings. I don't know. Is he broke? I really want to understand. This guy was undefeated. He left boxing without being... okay, well, undefeated champion. Let me put it that way. He lost some fights, but he just dropped his belt. He wasn't defeated till he retired. But now he wants to come back. We know Vitaly has always wanted to fight this guy. But this time it's not Vitaly. He says Vladimir. Give me Vladimir. Tell him, I don't know. Is he broke? That's what I don't understand, because I really want to get it.
There are two dimensions to this. One, a comeback for history.
Okay.
Two, it's possible that he's actually broke.
Okay.
I would actually want to go with the first one, the first pointer, the fact that he's making a comeback for history. We actually recall George Foreman was the first person that actually made that comeback.
A lot of boxers have done it.
Beyond
some, it was disastrous.
Some it was disastrous. Some it actually has
44.
No, he's 48.
48.
He definitely has a lot of work cut out for him coming against Vladimir. Good enough, it's actually Vladimir and not Vitaly.
Okay.
If not, as in, if it was Vitaly, then that's actually more or less as in looking at David Goliath scenario.
Okay. All right. Tonte, I don't know. Your thoughts? I'm thinking maybe this man will just do another Bruce Seldom on us. You know, the fight between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldom. One punch, the guy was down. The guys buying the tickets. Some have not even sat. Some have not even entered into the MGM arena, and they heard the fight is over. I don't know. Maybe that's what Lenos is going to try to do for us.
Well, yeah, if he's going to do that for us, that would be a lot more entertaining. At the same time, under entertaining because we didn't get to see the fight. Okay. Now, however, I believe going into this fight, Lewis will be prepared. Right now, whenever the match is scheduled, the bout is scheduled, I believe that he will be training. I believe he will be put on strict diet. He will go through rigorous training to get his fitness back, and probably maybe do some other forms of workouts to ensure that he's in top shape. So I don't expect him to go down
easily.
First round.
Without a fight, especially in his first round.
Okay, but that fight would have to, be agreed first.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So, okay. We're going to switch gears now. We're going to move away from boxing and Formula One. We're going to come to football. But there's a disturbing trend in football these days. It is surprising that the sport that brings so much fun and excitement sometimes ends with so much violence. Let's take a look at this report about fanaticism, football fanaticism. We'll take a look at that report, then we'll come back for more on Sports This Morning.
Utaka of Obi Odenza with the goal, and it's 2-1.
Football is arguably the most loved sport in the world.
The finish gave the goalkeeper no chance at all. Brother Kaluuche not here in the squad, left.
Well, it's sad to know that people often go to extreme lengths to show support for their various teams. Surprisingly, players get themselves involved. Referees who officiate these games get maltreated when things go contrary to expectations of the fanatical fans. Coaches who incur the wrath of passionate supporters are also not spared. Lovers of the game often find this phenomenon hard to understand. The question many ask is, why does a game which brings so much fun and excitement often end with so much violence?
Well, what is a game that gives us so much joy? I don't know. Let me start with Tonte. We're going to be talking about the World Cup qualifiers shortly, and we hope that we don't get to see some of those things that we just saw in that report in the qualifiers. Because remember, Ivory Coast will play Senegal. Something similar to what you saw happen. We pray such will not happen. But Tonte, why do you think some of these things happen? People just let sentiments, passion erode their reasoning, go to the match venues and misbehave.
Well, to start with, for such fanatics in quotes, it's football for them is their religion.
Okay.
That is, the stadium is their place of worship. Their chanting is their praise and worship, whatever anybody wants to refer to it. But that tells you that it's like this is what matters most to them, and they expect to go into the stadium and see their team win a game. They don't expect to see them drop points because they've come to watch them paying a price, and so they feel that, hey, if it's not a win, it's nothing else.
It's a loss. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We just hope we don't get to see that when the African teams step to the field to play the qualifiers. So.